Hello, Cornhusker Council volunteers. Rene Monarez here, your Scout Executive for the Great Cornhusker Council. Hey, just want to say thank you for all that you do for Scouting and appreciate all the hard work that you give to ensure that we have great Scouting stories and activities and programs that are going on here in southeast Nebraska. Hey, I just wanted to take a little bit of your time today to talk a little bit about youth protection training, and just wanted to make sure that everyone realizes that for every adult volunteer that we have registered here in the council, that they need to have they need to have youth protection training, or they have to be current on their youth protection training. So if you're brand new, I would recommend that when you bring in that application with all its appropriate signatures and that you also include with it the youth protection certificate. Either it be with it, or perhaps you could even send it in electronically. We can attach it to make sure that it gets processed appropriately, and that individual shows that they have a current youth protection training. Secondly, with those who are already registered in Boy Scouts and are not current on their youth protection, we are mandating that everyone is current on their youth protection for 2013, or at least within the last 2 years. So let me go back on this a little bit. So, for example, if you have a 2011 youth protection training date, it will expire at the end of this year. And so we want to make sure that you go in and do your youth protection training, that you're current, and that because at the end of this year, if you're not, we cannot continue to have you registered in the Boy Scouts, which means it may even hold up your Recharter. Now, believe me, I understand that this is not an easy process to go through, and that I am an assistant scout master of a troop. I'm also the training chairman of our troop, and also a cub master. So I understand that when you as volunteers, when me as a volunteer, when we take these training, it doesn't always cross over into the training records for that unit and for you individually. For example, my wife a couple weeks ago renewed her youth protection, and also had completed her den leader specific training for our Bear Scout. And I will tell you that those records did not cross over into the PAC training records. And so what I needed to do is I had to ask her to actually give me copies of it. I scanned it. I keep it electronically in a file now under PAC 1 training. But I had to give those records to Angie. Angie is our registrar here in the Cornhusker Council, and she had to enter that information manually. So now my wife has received credit for it, but it is not, sometimes it's not an easy process. And I apologize for that, and I wish it was a foolproof process in which you already give enough of your time to have to take extra steps to ensure that we complete this process. But I will say that we have to ensure that our scouts are safe in all of our programs that are provided. And so with that comes along youth protection training to make sure everyone understands all of the youth protection information that is out there, and also the policies, the procedures, no one-on-one contact, too deep leadership, and so forth in regards to youth protection. So, it's not a perfect system, and I'm going to let you know this as well, and this is where it can maybe potentially be a challenge, and that is through the Recharter process. We're coming upon Recharter paperwork that's going to be coming out here, maybe even as early as October roundtables. You receive your roster. You can see who was youth protection trained, who was not. There's also a way to go on to My Scouting and look at each individual registrations and training to see if they're current on their trainings, whether it be for specific trainings and or youth protection. But to let you know that if you're right now a 2011 currently registered in Boy Scouts, a 2011 youth protection is the last time you did your training, you will need to renew that here in 2013. Otherwise, it'll hold up that Recharter. Now, what we're going to be doing here in the next couple days is we're going to be providing a letter to all of those that we show who do not have the youth protection training. In there, it's going to just let you know that you're not current on your youth protection, or at least our records do not show that you're current. And what you need to do is, if you are, just show us the certification that you are. We'll put it in manually, and you'll receive credit for that. However, if you're not, we ask you to go through the youth protection here in 2013. You can do it multiple ways. You can do it online, through the myscouting.org. You could do it on a unit level where we have someone come in to do the youth protection training for you, or perhaps you have a person within your unit who can teach the youth protection training. And basically what that is watching the video, having an opportunity for questions and answers, going through a short quiz at the end, and we will make sure that you receive that certification. Another way that you can do your youth protection training is at your roundtables within your individual district. So, for example, the first Thursday of every month, each district has a roundtable. I have asked that each one of our districts right now have a youth protection training that will be available to you, where you can watch the video, take the quiz with the other participants, and also ask any questions that you may have. So those are ways in which you can either renew and be current on your youth protection, or ways in which you can go through the whole process if you're going to be a new leader. We are going to be providing on the CornhuskerCouncil.org website a sample letter that will be going out. It'll be on the website here for a while under youth protection. Also, there's going to be some questions and answers for you as well. So we have about 2.5 pages of questions and answers that you can look through, that hopefully will answer any questions that you may have. But always, if you have any questions on anything in regards to the Boy Scouts and what we can do to help you here within the Cornhusker Council, we ask that, and feel free to give us a call at 402-488-6020, and that's really why we're here. We're here to help you. We're here to help you provide a good quality program for our boys that are participating in Scouts, and to ensure that you're successful. So feel free to give us a call here if we can help you out through any questions that you may have. So thank you for your time today. I hope you have a full understanding of what we're trying to do with youth protection. You're always welcome to give me a call. But thank you for all that you do, and for making scouting such a wonderful activity here for youth in southeast Nebraska. Thank you very much, and have a great day.